All right, we got video going, and now we have audio in 3, 2, 1.
Drop that ass, bitches, open micers in the house. Pop that pussy with that open micers logo in your mouth. Jason with his bald ass head, Jacob looking inbred. Open micers, bitch, heard what I said. Drop that ass, open micers in the house. Drop that ass, pop that pussy, open micers in the house. Open micers in the house, open micers is a mouse. Drop that ass, pop that pussy, open micers in the house. The mic is now open.
That's right, the mic is now open. My name is Jason Robbins.
I am Jacob Craig, back in your lives on a beautiful Friday. I hope you listen to this when it comes out.
Yeah.
Jason, what's been going on, man? How's life?
It's going okay. Just working a lot because I have a house to pay for now. But other than that, just being busy. I got to I'm recording an album with an old friend of mine that was actually one of my first bands. We're recording an album together. And this weekend, I want to be laying down some drum tracks for that. So hopefully we'll have something for you guys to listen to soon.
What kind of conceptual jazz album are you recording?
It's actually more like conceptual doom metal.
What is doom metal?
Exactly like it sounds. It's metal. It's sludgy. It's doomy. It's I don't know. You just have to go check out some doom metal. Just go on Spotify and just type in doom metal, and you'll get an idea.
Is it about like the end of the world and shit?
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of that. It's a lot of Viking imagery and like Valkyries fighting and sea monsters and all that kind of shit.
Okay, well, that's pretty cool. I guess I can get into that.
Yeah.
You do look like a malnourished Viking.
Not malnourished, dude. I'm still like 30 pounds overweight. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, malnourished Viking. Is a 30 pounds overweight
dude,
man.
I have been losing a lot of weight lately. I've had to put 3 notches in my belt over like the last 2 months. Maybe I have cancer. You think I have cancer?
Well, Jason, it's hard to tell because you're already bald, but you do look like you have cancer.
Really? I have to go get myself checked out.
No, you don't have fucking cancer, dude. Don't run and get tested for cancer every time you're like, oh my God, I'm losing weight.
You never know, man. Like that stuff will sneak up on you.
Yeah, I guess. But when it sneaks up on me, it's just going to kill me. I'm not going to fucking. That's how I'm going to die for sure. I'm going to have some kind of like long-term medical condition that could have altogether been prevented if I caught it.
Yeah.
And then it kills me when it shouldn't have.
Knowing my luck, it'll be something like some kind of congenital thing that just the doctors never caught. Kind of like John Ritter when he just all of a sudden up and died because he had some congenital heart thing that from birth that was never discovered. And then just all of a sudden, like his aorta ruptured and he died like instantly.
Mm-hmm.
How do you want to go? Do you want to linger around suffering from a disease, or do you just want to just drop dead one day? Like, which is the better way to go?
No, definitely dropping dead, dude. I don't even want to know that I'm dying. and when I die, so the perfect time of my death, right? If I die on a weekend, I'm going to haunt everyone forever. I want to die the morning before work.
Yeah, on the way to work. Just like, but no, that, I don't know.
No, not even on the way. I don't even want to wake up for work.
Yeah,
I want that alarm to never go off. And I just peacefully fucking, my heart explodes out of my chest while I'm asleep or some shit.
That's the way to go. Because my dad's business partner that he worked with for like 20 years, 25 years, something like that. He died around like 2010 or something like that. But him and his wife were just out walking. They used to go walk every afternoon at like this walking track by their house. And he literally had a massive heart attack. And they said he was dead before he hit the ground.
God damn.
Like, yeah, that's hardcore right there. You're like, when I'm going to fucking die, I'm going to fucking die.
Yeah, I don't want to do it halfway,
Yeah.
dude. I don't want to have like a slow stroke and
Yeah.
someone's like, "Oh no, your face is drooping." No, I want to be fucking I want to be a puddle on the floor.
Yeah. Dooby dooby doo. I'm just having a good old day. And you're dead.
Yeah, in an instant.
And it's done. You're just done.
That's the most humane way to do it. And like that's what we do with animals. We don't let them think about it. We just pop in the back of the head. You never even knew it was coming. You
Do
lived a
you
good life.
do you think we should have what do they call that? Assisted suicide? Because I honestly, you remember Dr. Kevorkian back in the day?
Yeah.
He got arrested for assisting people in their suicides. I don't think he should have went to jail. I think people should be allowed to die when they want to. That's my God-given right, freedom as an American to die when I want to die.
Yeah. I had a debate about this in a college class, believe it or not. And I actually argued for assisted suicide because like the way it's structured now, there's states where assisted suicide is legal. And it's like there's so many fail safes in place. Like you have to be of sound mind and
Mm.
body when you decide it, which is so weird because you would think of me being not in sound body would be one of the reasons I'd want to kill myself.
Exactly. Like, I mean, you could put that in writing beforehand.
Yeah, but I mean, the way it works is like you you have to be of sound mind and body, and then you have to tell them like exactly when you want to go, and then they'll like give you a prescription bottle full of pills that are gonna kill you, and
Wow.
then you just take them and go to sleep.
This is pretty morbid. Should we be talking about this? This is a comedy podcast.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't be talking about this anymore. Maybe assisted suicide shouldn't be the topic of the show.
No, not at all.
I'll tell you about something that really pissed me the fuck off the other day.
Go for it.
And it really shouldn't. It really shouldn't. But just sometimes someone says something that is so fucking stupid. It makes me so mad that it just like crawls into my skin. Okay. So I was at Walmart, right? Preface. I
Of
was at
course.
Walmart, of course. And now they have just the one person that like stands at the self checkouts at the end to just make sure that you're not stealing.
Dude, the self checkouts at the Walmart near me are ridiculous because they only have like 4 registers that actually have people working them, like regular registers. And then on the ends, they have 4 each self service checkouts. And then they have these weird express checkouts that you're not allowed to use unless you're some kind of express member or something like that. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, where am I supposed to go? Because most of these are never open. Like all the self checkouts are never open, and I'm just like, I have no idea where to go.
Yeah, that's a whole nother pissed off story for another time.
Yeah,
Is the fucking the Sparklight shop or whatever
yeah,
that no one is.
yeah.
Like you're just reserving perfectly good registers that no one's gonna fucking use, or there's a giant line of people at the door. Um, but what happened here was, I'm scanning my items, and then the self checkout thing locks, and it's like an associate's on their way because that's what happens when you shop at the self checkout at Walmart. It just passively accuses you of stealing every time you fucking check out at it. But I'm like, okay, whatever. Let's see what happens. And the lady comes over, and it shows that playback of what you did, and it shows what I did. And the lady's like, "So you scanned it and put it in the bag?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like I'm thinking like this is her way of like, kind of making sure I'm not stealing, like a stupid way of asking if I scanned it and put it in the bag.
Yeah.
So she's like, "Yeah, you scanned it and put it in the bag." I was like, "Yes, ma'am. That's what I did." And she was like, "Yeah, that's why it went off.
What?
It doesn't like it when you do that. It doesn't like it when you scan it and put it straight in the bag."
What are you supposed to do?
What the fuck am I supposed to do with my goddamn groceries besides scanning it and putting it in the fucking
Yeah,
bag?
there's no other option. There's no middle option there. Like, what is happening?
What am I supposed? Yeah, what am I supposed to fucking do with it? And it literally shows on the camera me swiping it and putting it straight in the bag. So what the fuck? What? Where am I supposed to put it?
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
Yeah, she was straight up talking to me like I was stupid for scanning it and putting it in the fucking bag.
What are you supposed to wait 5 seconds before you put it in the bag or something?
I don't know. I don't know because so there's ones at the local grocery store here in Van Cleve where as soon as you scan it, you you have to keep everything that you scan at the bagging thing. It's like weighted, like it's like a scale.
Yeah.
So you scan it and you have to keep everything that you scanned there. You can't take anything out and put it in the buggy or it starts beeping at you.
Yeah, I've been to a couple of grocery stores like that, and it's like, look, I have $100 worth of groceries, and you have like a 4-inch by 4-inch square that I'm supposed to have all this stuff sitting on.
Yeah, like am I supposed to do that? Am I supposed to just keep it like scan it and then just fucking let it sit there?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start stealing when I go from now on. They're gonna accuse me of stealing anyways. I'm just gonna start fucking stealing from them.
Yeah. I mean, I know I sound like an old man, but man, I miss the days when there were cashiers and people that put shit in bags for you.
Yeah, we didn't know how good we had it,
We
man.
didn't. We're ever charging into a world that no one asked for, a world full of AI slop, a world full of express checkouts that you're not allowed to use unless you're some kind of secret member of some society that nobody knows what it is. And like, I don't know. It's like we have streaming services where nothing you ever want to watch is ever streaming. And you can't buy DVDs anymore because they got rid of DVDs because everything's streaming supposedly now. And I'm done. I'm done with this stupid world.
Hold on. You had me and then you lost me at DVDs. What do you mean that DVDs don't exist anymore?
Well, they do, but not like everything. Like you used to be able to go into Walmart or, Circuit City or Best Buy. They don't even have DVDs at Best Buy anymore. You used to go in and there'd be literally tens of thousands of DVDs and Blu-rays to choose from. Anything you wanted. And now, guess what? There's like a single sad rack in the back of the Walmart electronics section there that's got a few new releases on there, and they're all like $50 for like the Blu-ray, and I'm like, I'm not spending that much on a Blu-ray.
Okay, I understand now. Yeah, and that's another thing too. Like, not to really like play a fiddle for rich people, I guess, but like actors now compared to like actors in the 80s and 90s, like if a movie flops at the box office, back then they could make it up on the DVD sales if the movie didn't do well.
Yeah.
Like there was a whole secondary market. Yeah. And
yeah, but the thing is Netflix would have been just fine by itself if all these movie companies would have just left it alone and just licensed all their shit to Netflix so everybody could get it all in one spot. But no, everybody had to have their own streaming service, and now there's 800 streaming services that nobody can afford anymore, and it's become too much, man. It's too much.
Yeah, and TV shows too, like with the streaming and everything, even when you're a stand-up and you put out a special, like Netflix doesn't tell you the numbers. Yeah. They just tell you if it's doing good or if it's not doing good, and you have to believe them. Like, so if a show that was in syndication for forever, like let's say like Supernatural, right? It's been on the air since 2005.
Yeah.
So when they show reruns of that on cable, like all the actors that are in that episode are getting residual checks.
Yeah.
And then you show it on Netflix, it's going to get streamed God knows how many times, and they don't get absolutely anything from
Yeah,
it.
nothing.
It seems illegal.
It should be. I mean, it's all wacky. It's all overturned. It's an upside down world. It's the same thing with Spotify and, and all that stuff. Like, nobody knows how the numbers on anything. Nobody gets paid what they're supposed to get paid. That's why there's no money in the entertainment industry anymore. It's why everybody's an influencer now. Everybody's trying to be a YouTuber or a TikToker because there's no money in entertainment anymore.
Yeah, I think there's still money in entertainment. It's just the way that people receive entertainment has changed. Because like you got to look at like what the young people are doing and are into, and it's like there's maybe two or three movies that come out every year that anyone under the age of, I guess, my age, like it even clocks on their fucking radar.
Yeah, no,
So like you've got three successful movies, and then the rest of it's just TikTok, YouTube videos, like shit that's available for free, essentially.
yeah. Well, I don't know, man. All these kids that like just don't care about movies and stuff anymore. It's just kind of a sad world, man. Like we're just not getting, and the movies that are being released in the theater are the only movies now are like the big superhero $500 million movies because they can't afford to put any smaller movies in the theaters anymore because nobody's going to go see them.
Yeah, I mean, you get shit every now and then, like stuff like weapons and like Naked Gun, but it's like they're very few and far between. Like you hardly get anything that's not an intellectual property, and you hardly get anything that's like a successful original screenplay that's not like horror based,
Yeah.
because that genre itself has its own niche.
Well, horror is the only thing making money right now. Uh, I mean, that's why there's so many horror movies being made now because you can make it cheap. Everybody will go see it, or everybody will stream it on Shutter or whatever, and they'll make some money.
Yeah.
They'll at least make their money back, if plus some. But man,
Horror and whores, them OnlyFans
yeah.
girls, you know what I mean? They're all making money.
No kid, we should be OnlyFans girls. That's how we're gonna make money, Jacob.
Man, if I could, I would. Like, maybe it's just the guy brain in me, but like, dude, obviously, if I was a hot chick, I'd be fucking making money off of that.
I don't know. Dudes make money on there too. Maybe people are into middle-aged bald guys with a salt and pepper beard and man boobs. Maybe I can make some money.
The people that are into that don't know how OnlyFans works. They have to get their grandkids to come
maybe.
put it on their computer for them.
I don't know. Well, I mean, maybe we could test the waters. We could take some saucy pictures of me one day, and we'll make an OnlyFans and see what happens.
I would love to never take saucy pictures of you. You're gonna have to get someone else to do that for you, bud.
Let me write just in case that might be a saucy pictures. I like that. It might be a good title for the show.
Saucy pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made some people mad this week, Jacob, because of my opinions on the old Rogansphere thing.
Yeah, let's talk about it, buddy. What happened here?
I just don't like them. Here's the thing. I feel seen now. Now that Mark Maron has said what he needed to say, what Bill Burr said what he needed to say, and I feel seen because I feel like I'm the only person that hated all that Kill Tony shit and that whole Rogansphere of unfunny comedians. I tried for the longest time. I tried to like that stuff. I tried watching Kill Tony. I tried to watch Bert Kreischer specials and stuff. I tried to listen to that Two Bears One Cup podcast or whatever it's called, and none of it was any good. None of it. And Kill Tony is nothing but a bunch of just mean fucking people who can't write jokes. And I'm glad that now there's comedians, established comedians that I love that are speaking out against it. Finally.
First of all, Jason, I'm eating a chicken thigh right now, and yeah, I'm picking it up and eating it off the bone like a goddamn animal. But second of all, I mean, we've talked about this in our group chat. I echo a lot of the same opinions as you, but not to the same like all or nothing degree. You know, because
Well, I
I mean,
gotta
there's
be a contrarian, you know.
yeah. I mean, obviously you're the fucking worst, but I mean, like for instance, like Bert Kreischer, right? Like, yeah, every podcast he's on is completely unlistenable
Yeah.
because he talks over people, he wheezes, he makes up stories that aren't fucking real. But
How long is he gonna ride on that machine story? It was a good story when it was first told,
yeah,
and then he's just been riding that story for 10 years now, or 8 years, whatever. It's like,
I
dude,
think he
come up with
rides on it.
some new material.
I think he rides on it because it's the only story he's ever told that's been real. I think is why. But honestly, every special Bert puts out is better than his last one. Like
I don't
he's a
know.
really good storyteller.
Yeah, he's a good storyteller, but that last special he put out, the one before, I thought was pretty good. And then I watched the last one he put out, and I don't think I laughed once during that one.
Was it the one with the fart joke about his dad?
I think so, where they went to like a some weird haunted house thing or something like that, or I don't
Yeah, I think
remember.
so.
Yeah.
Jason, I think you just don't know comedy because that was hilarious.
Well, according to you and some other people on Threads,
Shout him out.
let's see, who was it? I'm trying to look it up and I can't find it.
Past life Chris or something like that.
Yeah, hold on, let me look it up here. Let's see. Let's see. Um, I can't find it.
Jason is Googling.
No, I'm just looking through my thread stuff. I guess I could just go over to Facebook and see what I posted.
No, it's not that fucking important,
Yeah.
actually. I don't give a shit
I don't
anymore.
either. I don't want to give that
Um,
person a shout out anyway. Fuck them.
I do because they resonate a lot of the same sentiments I've been saying for years.
Hey, I may not be the funniest, but I feel
So,
like
what's the real difference between you and Joe Rogan then?
I don't know. I'm not that funny. He's not that funny, but for some reason, people think he's like comedy Jesus. For some reason,
So, do you maybe hate Joe Rogan because you're so much like Joe Rogan
no, not really.
and you existentially hate yourself?
Well, here's the thing. I used to listen to Joe Rogan back in the day because I used to like all the guests he used to have, and I wouldn't listen to every episode each week because I'm not into the like MMA stuff. But I always thought he had some good interviews and stuff on there. I'd listen to like probably 3 out of every 10 podcasts he put out. I would listen to. I thought they were pretty good, and then he got all weird and political, and then started going on the Trump train, and I just couldn't go down that. And I stopped listening to him a few years ago because he was putting out too much content, and most of it was just crap. Like it was just too much, and I just didn't want to listen to it anymore. And then he got all weird right wing and just duped a bunch of people into voting for Trump, and it just I don't know, it just rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate him being right wing because I'm not completely adverse to right wing people. There's a lot of ideas that I really disagree with, just like there's a lot of ideas I really disagree with left wing people.
Yeah, but I
But
hate it when someone I listen to like goes hardcore political when they weren't really political before. That's why I stopped
right,
listening to Walton and Johnson back in the day because they went weirdly hardcore right wing all of a sudden because that's where the money is, I guess. And even like left wing stuff. Like I didn't listen to I've been listening to What the Fuck with Mark Maron for like 12 years now. And, when he had Obama on, I never listened to that episode because I just didn't care. I didn't really care about that interview. But Mark Maron never really went crazy left wing. Like he's not real. Like he does do some left wing stuff now, but it's not like all he does all of a sudden.
Yeah. I don't think it's really all Joe Rogan does now. Definitely it was during um the presidential race, which was really weird. But the weirdest thing about Joe Rogan that I definitely do dislike is that, he says all of the right wing political stuff, which whatever, but he does it while the whole time he says, "I'm a Democrat, man.
Yeah.
I'm a Democrat, bro. I'm actually left. I'm actually liberal, bro." Like, no, you're not. No,
Yeah.
you're not. If you're gonna say it and you're gonna be it, then fucking own up to it. Don't say all that shit and then say that you're the opposite. Like, that's weird. That's
Yeah.
misinformation.
And I don't know. It just, how do I put this? I feel like, and I don't want to say that his audience is dumb, but most of them are just young dudes who will do whatever the karate podcast guy tells me to do because he sells them, brain pills or whatever, like, and supplements. Like they're it's almost like I don't know. It's just people get really into shit like that and will listen to someone like Joe Rogan. And when Joe Rogan's had the wool is having the wool pulled over his eyes, and he's duping a bunch of people with having the wool pulled over their eyes, and sitting outside of it, you can see it happening. It like was just like, what is going on? Like, I just feel like Joe Rogan was I don't know. It was almost like he was being paid. Like, doesn't he make enough money? Why did he go down that road? And why did he take all these people with him? Why are all the Kill Tony comedians just awful people because they wanted to be able to say retarded online without catching shit? It's all a free
Well,
speech issue. Like, it was never a free speech issue. Like, nobody went to jail. Just because you got canceled online, like, that's public pushback. That's public cancellation. That's not freedom of speech issue. You're not going to jail for it.
yeah, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you could say retarded online the whole time. I've been saying it for
Well, that's what
years.
I'm saying. Like, you can say it, but you're not free from the consequences of it.
Right, exactly.
And that's what they wanted. They wanted to be able to say whatever they wanted to say, consequence free. And
But
ended up,
but Jason, what I think you're missing is that there's not as much of a connection as I think you think there is between the average Kill Tony regular or bucket pull and whatever Joe Rogan's doing. Like, Joe Rogan has no idea about those fucking guys.
oh, I know, but they all want to be in that circle of comedians because
Yeah,
it's like an exclusive club now with like Joe Rogan and Bert Kreischer and Tony Hinchcliffe and like all those dudes. It's like this little tight little,
I
we
want to
have our
be in it
comedy
too.
club and you can't be in it. And I don't give enough of a fuck.
I want to be in it too, Jason. That's the secret.
Well,
I want to be in it too.
you
I
can
want.
go be in it. I'll stay firmly
No, I
outside of
can't.
it.
I'm not good enough. If I could, I would.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be in it, is what I'm saying.
I feel rage at the I don't know, the Rogan sphere for everything that's going on in the world right now, because I feel like comedians are supposed to be like a first line of defense from like politicians and shit. Like, that's our job. And not every comedian has to be like a political comedian, but like, it's there's you have to make fun of your leaders. And I felt like it got to the point where you're watching Tony Hinchcliffe go on a Trump rally and, tell horrible jokes about Puerto Rico while everybody's fucking cheering and shit. And it's like, what is happening right now? Like, this is not supposed to be like this.
Yeah, well, Tony Hinchcliffe is, I mean, for all intents and purposes, just a complete hack.
Well,
Uh,
not yes, exactly, because he had said the other day were talking to him on a podcast about Mark Maron, and he was like, "Yo, Mark Maron's like just trying to feel relevant again," and he's like, and he only puts out a special, like he's just promoting a special which he only puts out like one every 3 years, while I put out 2.5 hours of content every week, and like, yeah, you're putting out 2.5 hours of other people's jokes and shit, While and that's sort of like saying, okay, and I would much rather listen to an hour-long special from a good comedian that took 2 to 3 years to road test that material and get it tight as shit and record a special. I'd rather see that as an art form, and I'd rather see that. Or you could have that, which is like a good steak dinner, or you could have 2.5 hours of Kill Tony every week, which is just basically 5 pounds of rat shit. So would you rather have 5 pounds of rat shit every week to eat, or would you rather just eat one really good meal every 2 years?
Well, that's actually a more interesting question. Would I rather have the ability to eat 5 pounds of rat shit every day, or have to go hungry except for one steak dinner every 2 years? I'm gonna have to pick the rat shit, honestly, because I mean I might not make it.
Well, you know what I'm saying. It's like, would you rather wait for one really good thing or a bunch of less than mediocre shit? Like, which would you rather have?
Yeah, no, true. I understand that.
It's apples and oranges. I mean, like Mark Maron's a podcaster too. He can say he puts out 2.5 hours of content every week too, but it's not comedy. It's a podcast. Same with Kill Tony. Like, it's not a special. It's comedians making fun of other people for 2 hours.
Right, and then it's someone with a dream doing 1 minute of comedy, and then a panel making fun of them for doing the same thing that they did years ago.
Yeah, and it's like, and most of Tony Hinchcliffe's jokes, which I saw a video the other day, and I didn't know this, most of his jokes are stolen. Like the joke he told about Puerto Rico at that Trump rally thing, that's a joke somebody told on Kill Tony like 3 years ago. But it was about something else. He just repurposed it into Puerto Rico. But it was basically word for word the same joke. And there were some other examples too. And it's like he steals jokes from people. He's a joke thief.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I mean, you don't. And we've been told stuff about the Kill Tony show and about Tony Hinchcliffe personally from people who have guested on the panel and whatnot. And it all just points to a guy who got a lot of fame and basically thinks that he's untouchable.
Yeah.
And he is right now, but you know what? Chris D'Elia was untouchable a few years ago too, and turns out he touched somebody else, and now he's not untouchable anymore.
I just think people are going to wake up to the bullshit at some point, and that shit's going to crumble, and it will. I mean, I said it. I put a post, and a lot of people took me to task for it, but I firmly believe that 25, 50 years from now, people are still going to be watching Mark Maron specials, and he's going to be like a comedy legend, while Tony Hinchcliffe and Joe Rogan and Kill Tony, that shit's going to just be relegated to the dustbin of history. Who's going to go back and rewatch any Kill Tony shit 50 years from now? Nobody.
Yeah, that's true. Jason, I think we did it, bud. I think it's time to start wrapping it up.
Yeah, I think so. Oh shit, we're at the 33-minute mark. Yeah, we're running after the 30-minute mark here. So, whew, that felt good. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a bald guy in a cage, I guess.
Yep, I got another chicken thigh in there. I'm waiting to get to.
All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Is there anything we need to let everybody know before we get out of here? I know we need to do a special for the month. I think I'm gonna do the pickle thing, sour pickle this week, and then we're gonna do an extra special good Patreon extra next month for September, since we've been too busy to get anything done.
That's the plan, at least.
Yeah.
We want to do something that's going to take money, so we got to make sure we have the money to do it first.
But anything before we get out of here?
Not really, man. Let's head for the door.
All right, let's walk out the door. If you want to email us at OpenMicersPodcast@gmail.com. OpenMicers.com is our is our website. You can go to Linktr.com/OpenMicersPodcast is where you need to go to find us on all the socials, ways to give us money, all that good stuff. And go to BResCoffeeCode.com, use the code OMPodcast to check out for 10% off your order. We love every single one of you, and we'll see you right here next week.
I just remembered we had a website. I haven't updated it in so long.
Oh, that's terrible. Where's our intern when we need him?
Yeah, I need to just give him the keys to the kingdom.
Yeah, no kid. We need to pay him something. I'll give him like $10 out of the Patreon every month to handle all that for us. But thank you all for watching on YouTube. Subscribe, liked it, share it, all that good stuff. And we'll see you right here next week.